Is standing up all the time actually faster? Well, there's only one way to find out. Welcome back everybody to the Ride with the Knights YouTube channel. One of the most long-standing pieces of advice from any coach, whether it be an off-road coach or a motocross trainer, is to stand up more. You've been hearing this from the first day you swung your leg over a motorcycle, was to just stand up more. And sometimes it can be a little bit confusing exactly where we need to stand up and how much. So today, that's our goal in this video, is to deliver some value to you guys, answer that question, how much do I really need to stand up when riding? Because oftentimes we tell you guys to stand up everywhere, in corners, jumps, straightaways, braking bumps, and all of that is gonna do us good. And honestly, for most riders, we do need to stand up more, but we need to find out that line. How much is too much? So today we're gonna do a little test. We're out at our local motocross track. We have our Lit Pro device that's gonna measure our lap times with really good accuracy. We're gonna do a test, 2 laps. We're gonna ride with the seat on, and then we're gonna make it really extreme. And we're gonna take the seat off, and we're gonna do a 2-lap test without the seat. So this is gonna be an extreme test. It's gonna force me to stand up 100% of the time and not even sit down at all. Whereas with the seat on the bike, I'll be riding in my more typical attack position where I'll be sitting when I'm accelerating out of turns. But we really wanna see if standing up all the time is actually gonna be faster, because I have a theory, and that is that standing up about 80% of the time is probably the most ideal scenario. And so we're gonna find out if this technique is actually any faster. So let's go hit the track. Let's go. Session number 2, here we go. As you can see, no seat. It's gonna force me to stand up. I'm gonna try my best to hit the same lines in 2 laps. Let's hit it. All right, the results are in, and they might not be exactly what you think. But before we talk about the results, I wanted to remind you guys, if you're interested in supporting the Ride with the Knights crew and these videos, head over to Rocky Mountain ATVMC. This is their seat cover. I was jumping from my Sherco to Kobe's bike and immediately noticed the grip that I was able to get on this and maintain my attack position. And all sorts of other products. We're wearing the MSR NXT gear. This is the Air lineup. It's summertime out here, it's hot. If you guys are interested in supporting us, this is a great opportunity. If you already are shopping at Rocky Mountain, this allows us to keep making these videos. So click the link in the description, shop Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and get your favorite parts. The results are in, and they're exactly what you expected and what I expected. I was actually faster by using my seat. I would be really surprised if I was actually able to put in faster lap times on the motocross track without a seat. So this is a great opportunity to really talk about why we're actually faster in some areas by sitting, and also a great opportunity to talk about why it's actually still effective to do drills like what we just did. So first up, why is it faster to actually sit in some areas? If we pull up the Lit Pro data, you'll notice that the sections of the track where I was making up time were the exits of the turn. Typically, on an exit of a turn, you're accelerating hard, trying to get back up to speed. And when we're accelerating, if we're in the seated position, we're able to grip the motorcycle a little bit more and distribute our weight to a lower point and concentrate it towards the rear tire, which allows us to get a little bit better traction and drive forward. Not so much fatigue on our arms, a little bit more leg muscles involved. And so by doing that on every exit of the turn, we're getting up to speed quicker and we're riding a little bit more efficiently. So in doing an example like this, many riders may ask, well, where should I actually stand up? In my coaching experience and my 20 years of riding, this is what I like to advise, is stand up everywhere except anytime you're accelerating out of a corner or in off-road if you're ascending a prolonged uphill. So you may think, okay, that's really only 2 areas, but if you break down this track, there's a lot of sections where you're accelerating out of a corner, and it's totally okay to sit down in those moments. We'll pull up a lot of B-roll right now. You'll be able to see I don't sit down until I'm actually ready to accelerate, and that's when you should sit down. The second topic I wanted to cover today was why it's of any value to do elimination drills like what we just did by eliminating some type of control. On social media, you're seeing all sorts of people taking their clutches off, their rear brake, and today we just did the seat drill where we took our seat off. And I'll tell you why. I like to think of it this way and use this little bit of an analogy. We have a lot of different senses. We can touch, see, hear, smell, and taste. And anytime you remove one of those senses, it heightens your other senses. On the motorcycle, we have all these different control features, and anytime we remove one of those, we have to rely that much more on the other ones. And during that window of time where we're practicing that particular elimination, we're improving upon all those other control features. So that's exactly what I just experienced by eliminating the seat and forcing myself to stand up. Overall, it might not be faster, but I will say that during that period of time, I did improve my ability to stand up. And now if I go back and put my seat back on and layer those two together, that's the recipe for the best success, in my opinion, is improving in each one of those different areas. Another thing that I experienced today while doing this test was how much I actually squeezed the motorcycle. Typically, if I look at the side of my boot, I squeeze with my ankle and calf area and then a lot with my knees. And in the process of eliminating this seat, I reduced my grip area by 3 or 4 inches on the side of the motorcycle. And I was noticing as I was riding how much less grip strength I had and how much more I had to rely on my arms. And this is a huge consequence that a lot of riders, and a big mistake that a lot of riders make, is when they're not using their legs enough, they're suffering in their arms and they're getting arm pumps. So if you're interested in learning little techniques like this that can make a huge difference in your riding, head over to RideWithTheKnights.com. We have all sorts of different training solutions. We have our online subscription where you can access literally hundreds of different training videos just like this, where we teach you techniques to help you ride faster, safer, and more efficient. Or you can check out our calendar and come join us on a ride day. Either way, head over to RideWithTheKnights.com, check out all of our different training solutions. We'd love to help you out. And as always, we'll see you guys out on the trails.